Hello, it's me, Namil Gurung, currently studying in Global Academic of Hospitality and Tourism Education in a 26th batch. Actually, I'm making this video to discuss about the beverages and its type. Talking about the beverage is any potable drink which fulfill our desire of thirst. And beverage has two types, that are alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beverages. Non-alcoholic beverages are those beverages which do not contain any percent of alcohol on it. And in non-alcoholic beverages there are two types, that is aerated and non-aerated. Whereas aerated has carbon dioxide on it, and non-aerated doesn't contain any carbon dioxide on it. So let's move to alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages are those beverages which contain alcohol percentage or ethanol chemical. The percentage of alcohol depends on drinks to drink. There are two process of making alcoholic beverages, that are fermentation process and distillation process. Whereas fermentation process, the fruit and some sort of vegetable are mixed with yeast, and fermentation process is done, and the alcohol is prepared. And whereas distillation process, it follow the process of distillation, and the alcohol is prepared through it, or drink is prepared through it. So I will be mainly focusing on wine and its classification, and the factor affecting the wines and tasting procedure of wine. So talking about the classification of wine, there are mainly four classification of wine, which are still wine, sparkling wine, fortified wine, and aromatized wine. So let's move on to number one. It's a still wine. Still wine are those wine which are bottled right after the fermentation process, and sparkling wine are those wine which are processed through double fermentation process, and to achieve a carbon dioxide trap inside the bottle. And third one is fortified wine. Fortified wines are wines where neutral grape spirit is added during or after the fermentation process. So number four, we have aromatized wine. Aromatized wine are fortified wine that were aromatic ingredient added, which contain aromatic ingredients. So that's all for classification of wine. So I would like to move to a factor affecting the grapes. There are many factors that affect the grape, but I would like to discuss about the four major factors, that are climate and weather, temperature, sunlight, water, and soil. So let's talk about the climate and weather. So there are many kinds of wines in the world, so every wine has its own taste because it differs from climate and weather where the grapes are grown. And talking about the sunlight, if there is no sunlight, there won't be any photosynthesis process, which means the grapes cannot be grown. And when grapes can't be grown, and wine can be made. So in order to make a wine, we need proper amount of sunlight. If there is more sunlight, then they might affect the grapes and burn it. So the sunlight is also very important factor of making a wine or grapes. So third one, I would like to talk about the temperature. Temperature plays vital role in making a wine and preparation of grapes or growing of grapes, because there are many types of grapes, black grapes and green grapes, and even in green grapes there are different tastes according to its temperature, and within black grapes also there are various tastes. So it all depends on temperature where the grapes are grown, and according to the temperature of grapes and types of grapes, the wine will affect itself. So moving on, third part, I would like to talk about the um, water and soil. Water and soil are main component to grow any sort of plant, not only a grapes. And it is also very important to grow grapes, because through our grapes we make wine. So grapes is made through water and grown on soil and help with the water. So in order to make a perfect wine, we need good quality of water and plenty of water and fertile soil. So these are the four main factors that affects the grapes. So now I would like to talk about the wine tasting procedure. For a wine tasting procedure, we must follow 4S: seeing, swirling, smelling, and sipping. So let's talk about the seeing among the 4S. So whenever we order a wine, first of all, before tasting it, we should make sure that that's the wine we order, and we should see the label properly and see the wine and its color properly. And second procedure is swirling. After the waiter pure wines in our glass, we should swirl it so that the wine will get oxidation and mixed with oxygen. And third process is smelling. We should, after the swirling process, we should smell it. If it's a white wine, then it will taste like a citrus taste, a kind of lemon and something like that. If it's the red wine, then it will taste like plum, strawberry, etc. So after the smelling process, fourth process is to take a sip of it. We should just take a sip of it and then taste it. How does it taste? Is it the taste that I want? Is the taste I like or I don't like? That's all. These are the four procedure of wine tasting. Thank you.